think I'm ready to brave on the cold, guys. It's -1. Let's go. Guys, don't look at the mess behind me, but look at this. These are all my faves. This one is definitely my fave. Donuts are the best when you're a woman or a girl on a period, truly. And that's me today. The cookies and cream is also so delish. And then the Lotus biscuit is my favourite, like, flavoured one. Original glaze is like, I think, my top fave because I'm a plain girl. But I know a lot of people agree with me about this donut being like the best one. Like, look at that filling. It's so sweet, damn it. So I'll leave them for later. But yeah, that's the end of my mukbang. Time to go to the post office. Also, my trousers are so wrinkled. Hey guys, it is finally time for that update. It's Wednesday. I was supposed to do this update on Monday, I think. But basically, the life update and why I haven't been on YouTube for like the past 3-4 weeks is because I kind of got into a depressive slump because I was in the visa process, while I still am technically, was taking so slow. And then like I think on the 16th, I remember it was like the middle of January, let me actually check. Yeah, on the 16th of January I heard back and they requested more documents, which just to me didn't make sense. So I literally had to like show them that I finished all my schooling in England, so primary school, secondary school, university. I did that, and then after that they ended up requesting that I request from the British government my exit and entrance history since I moved to England, which was back in 2007. It took like 2 weeks to hear back from the UK government. They were like, sorry, we can't do that because we only have like 5 years. But luckily my recruiters, they thought of a solution, and yeah, I ended up getting my visa code, because basically when the school applies for your visa, you have to get a visa code when you get approved, and then you do everything on your end. So basically I finally got that visa code on Monday, like in the afternoon, and then I just remember in the evening time I did all the documents, and then on Tuesday I paid for the visa, which is like a ridiculous amount for British citizen compared to like EU citizens, because I had to pay it all in euros because they're like consulate, like the main office is in Germany. And then yeah, I luckily, because it said on the website it sometimes takes 2 days to hear a response about that you paid, but I heard within like 30 minutes, which is great. And then as soon as they tell you, yeah, we received your payment, you can send us the documents. So I did. But yesterday, oh my god, I had to go to the post office twice because I was an idiot. I didn't realise that you had to print out a checklist, which is in a separate set of documents on the KVAC website for London, and I literally forgot to include the checklist, and you have to like sign on the checklist. So I actually had to run to my post office, tell the post lady like, is it okay if I like take back my letter? And she was like, I can't give it back to you, but if you give me the piece of paper I'll just put it in for you. I was like, thank god, because I was like prepared just to pay next day delivery on just one piece of paper, because I was like, oh my god. But then it's always good to like send documents out in one thing. So hopefully like they're happy with everything, because it has arrived today. so I'm very happy about that. Can't believe it. I literally like sent it out before 11 yesterday, and today they got it at 11. And then from what I understand is like the British, like the ones set in London, the embassy, I think that's what it's called, it's an embassy, they have to like send my application, but I don't know if it's by post or electronically, to Germany, to the head office, and then they say yes, you can give her the visa thing, like a little piece of paper, but hopefully everything happens. And then yeah, the people I'm going to be working for, they sent me like this thing where I had to like create a profile on their website. We have some pre-training to do, and then just create a Cacao Talk ID, which I've already done. I just need to do the training, which I'm going to do tonight after I've done all my like steps and my exercise. But yeah, that is basically the update. Last week on Tuesday was my last day at B&Q. I worked in the front end team, so basically on tills. It was a bittersweet last day. It was actually great because on Monday I had a horrible day at work. There was barely anyone in. I think for the whole day, I usually see like 5 to 6 people change on shifts. That day I only saw like 3 different people, and I was on tills from like 9 till 6. Usually, you know, I can like go do other stuff as well because there's enough people. And I was like, I'm tempted to call in sick for my last day, but my manager was like, no, don't do that, Natalia. And then yeah, my favorite manager was on my last day. He was just like, your mission for today, for your last shift, is to not do anything. And that's basically kind of what I did. I did do work, I covered breaks, I sat on tills when there wasn't enough people, but for most of the day after my lunch break, so like for 5 hours, I was basically on returns where I could sit and chat with one of my colleagues. I will like miss some people, but I kind of will miss the job because sometimes like the customers were very nice. Well, most of the time they were very nice, and yeah, it's always funny how on the last day you find out how many people actually miss you and like how many people are actually interested in you. So yeah, I haven't been really doing much. Like last week I was still kind of in a depressive slump, but it was much better than like in January, because yeah, like 2 weeks of January I literally just went to work, and then when I came home I did my workout if I managed to. I think I pretty much forced myself to do a workout, and then I would go to bed really early because I was just like, I'm just tired. That's the thing, like when you're in a bad mood or you feel like nothing's going your way, you just end up feeling so tired, you just sleep more. I actually, for the first time ever, I got so stressed and depressed. I barely ate for a couple of days. Thankfully it was only 2 to 3 days, because on one of the days I met up with one of my friends and she was like, well, Natalia, you're gonna lose muscle mass if you stop eating, so can't do that. So yeah, after that it was just so much better. It was so weird because I already like scheduled final meetings with some of my friends in January, but like most of the time I was just venting about like the whole visa process and like, why is it taking so long? Why are they asking me for such ridiculous documents when I'm already a British citizen? Yeah. But you know, nothing in life comes easy. That's what my friends tell me. But I'm just like, why is it so difficult? You know, sometimes you feel like everything's more difficult for you than everyone else. That's basically the life update. No longer in employment, and finally moving on with the visa. And hopefully I'll be flying out either next week or the week after that. We also have to do like 5 days of intense training. So that's why I want to fly out next week, because then I'll still have like the last week of February, I think, to do the training, and then I can start my actual job in Daegu in March. March the 2nd, I think, is my first day. But also, I went to the hairdressers and I told her I want to get rid of like the red. So she said like a shade 4 was the lightest I could do to cover the red. Sometimes in the sun you can kind of see like red, but it looks really good. Like I really love it. I missed being a brunette, and like I just love going to the hairdressers I go to. They're Polish, so it's nice to speak in your language, and I've been going to them for like 10 years and they always compliment my hair, so that's good, because I thought I ruined it by trying to get rid of the red myself. So yeah, I'm literally just watching YouTube. I'm gonna do some steps with my little band, and then I'm gonna do a thigh workout or a glute workout, and then I'm gonna go do the training. It shouldn't take too long, but I have to pass. I want to pass first time because you have to get 70%, so fingers crossed. And if you're wondering, I still haven't started packing because I'm just gonna wait till I book a ticket, no matter like how many days before I fly out it's gonna be. So yeah, so guys, I realised one thing I wanted to update you guys on. I forgot, and that is my reading, because I've been reading some not so good books and some really good books. So I thought I would tell you kind of like my reading for this month, or for this week actually. So the book I finished yesterday was The Endgame by Kate McCarthy. I thought this would be a great college romance between a strong soccer player and a misunderstood American football player, but no, it was not that. It has a 4.09 rating. This book came out in 2015. I gave it 1 star. It was like the worst book I've ever read. I think this is my first 1-star read of this year, which is just crazy. Like, it started off strong. Really loved Jordan, who was our heroine. She's like from Australia and she plays football. She's gonna make it in like football. And then she meets Brody, who has dyslexia, and he's a guy who sleeps around a lot, but then he just meets her and then he goes on like this, that he's not gonna sleep with anyone, but then of course he wants to sleep with her. And then yeah, I just saw so many red flags. I really wanted Jordan to just ditch Brody, maybe give Jax, who was Brody's cousin who was flirting with her first, a go, or just find someone in Australia or somewhere else, because my god, Brody is a walking red flag. Like, I understood that he was from a kind of messed up household where his father was like very demeaning, and like he always told him he wasn't good enough. He couldn't even get tested for dyslexia because like his father was a politician and he was like, no, you have to be perfect. And then yeah, the second half of the book just went a completely different route that I wanted it to go. Like, it's very heavy. There's like substance abuse, lying. Like, I understand when people have a drug problem, they don't want to tell their close ones, but lying to Jordan about it. And then like also he kept pushing her away and he kept like swearing at her, and then like he would be like get lost. And then in the middle of a fight, the first time they said I love yous, that's when it was in the middle of a fight. And then no, I hated that book so much. I feel like Playing Hard to Get has a similar trope, because in this one, Jordan tutored Brody, and in Playing Hard to Get, Joanna tutored Knox, but Knox was such a much better male character, and I think he had dyslexia as well, and he did not treat his girl crappy. And this book only has 3.84 stars. I don't know, but Playing Hard to Get by Monica Murphy, I recommend. It's very cheesy, and I didn't like that Joanna also changed like Jordan did when she got together with the guy, but it was still such a fun read, and it made me laugh out loud because it was so cringe sometimes. But The Endgame, don't recommend. Like, avoid that book, it's not good. And then the audiobook I'm listening to at the moment on Audible is Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. It's in the same world as Caraval, and I'm finally picking it up. I know the 3rd book is coming out, I think in September this year or sometime this year. And then I also have the 2nd book, which I'll probably pick up also as an audiobook because it is so good. I don't even know how many percent I'm in. I don't think I'm far into it, 20%, but I listened to that whole 20% in like a day. Like, I know I'm gonna fly through it once I finally like just sit down and listen to the audiobook. I also have the Kindle version because it was like 99p when I got it, and it's just so good. I just love being back with like the Fates in like the Caraval world, because we still see like Donatella and, oh my god, Stella? Is it Stella? I forgot their names. I always remember Donatella's name, but like yeah, we already got to see them for a little bit, and like the Fates and Jax. Like, this is a Jax inspired trilogy and I'm just living for it. And then for my reread, I actually started it as a audiobook from the library, but I have the Kindle version, so I was like, I read this one the first time I read it as an ebook and I loved it. Well, I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars, but I'm rereading The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. I don't know why, I was just in the mood to reread it. I just wanted more Jude and Carden, and I'm 67 pages into it, so 18%, and I'm very much enjoying it. I just need to kind of sit down and read it. I kind of put it on the back burner because I was reading The End Game, but I'm back to The Cruel Prince. But yeah, let me know what you guys are reading because I would love to know. So that is it for this vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I don't know, I feel like maybe the next video that I will do will be focused just on reading. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching till the end if you stayed till the end. I love you loads, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.